from his official visit to Japan. Let's get the details from Mon Gualvez, who's joining us over the phone from Japan. Hi, Mon. What's the latest on President Marcos's visit there?
Sean, back-to-back meetings dotted the schedule of President Bongbong Marcos and the Philippine delegation on day 3 of their 5-day working visit here in Japan. The president insisted his trip will surely be productive as he will be bringing home more jobs and more investments from the government and businesses here in Japan. Japanese companies that have pledged investments in the Philippines have formally signed letters of intent this morning in Tokyo. 35 letters and agreements have been signed, all for strengthening ties in manufacturing, infrastructure development, energy, transportation, healthcare, renewable energy, and business expansion. Among those who signed were mainstays in the Philippine business arena, including the Japanese Chamber of Commerce and Industry and Sumitomo, as well as Sompo, which delves in insurance, and import-export magnate Marubeni Corporation. Here, PBBM equally pledged to address concerns brought up by Japanese companies in the earlier meetings, such as logistics and red tape in the Philippines. Among the measures he presented were the mandatory establishment of green lanes in government agencies involved in the processing of permits and licenses, and the prescription of a maximum of 3 working days for simple transactions and 20 working days for highly technical transactions. There were also meetings with stakeholders in the fields of power, agriculture, shipping, and tourism. The president also sat down in the high-power luncheon and networking event organized by premier Japanese business organizations and attended by Philippine companies as well, such as the Metro Pacific Investment Corporation, Manny V. Pangilinan. Here, the president proudly said that right on the onset of the meeting, his delegation was able to organize 255 meetings for 85 Philippine companies and their counterparts in Japan just through business patching done by the Department of Trade and Industry. Meanwhile, right after the meeting with Prime Minister Fumio Kishida, the two countries issued a joint statement. No mention of a visiting forces agreement, but the two countries affirmed cooperation in defense through strategic reciprocal port calls and aircraft visits and exchange of equipment and technology. They also affirmed continuous attendance and engagement in military meetings and exercises, including those with the U.S. and Australia, as well as Japan's intention to create a new cooperation framework for their armed forces and other related organizations, which President Marcos Jr. welcomed. All these, the statement said, were to keep the maritime situation in the Indo-Pacific safe, free, and cognizant to the United Convention on the Law of the Sea, including in the highly contested South China and Sulu-Celebes Seas. Sean, the Philippine Business Opportunities Forum headed by President Bongbong Marcos himself is underway. This was also attended by businessmen and investors here in Japan. And here, the president will attend pocket meetings with Japanese companies like Toyota Motors and Mitsubishi Motors. Sean?
Thank you so much for that update. That was Mon Gualvez on the line from Japan. Thanks, Mon.